I hope y'all can hear me. You probably can't, but it's just going to have to be that way. Let me get this thing shared. Just a moment, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, give me just a moment. Can you hear me? Somebody let me know if I can be heard. Yes, let's go. I wish y'all could be here to see these scenes. This field is packed. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's a real live miracle. Welcome in to Thunder and Lightning Postgame here on YouTube Live, presented by Paul Davis Restoration and Stone's Jewelers. When disaster strikes, you need a name you can trust. Paul Davis Restoration is here to help you recover from water, fire, mold, or storm damage 24/7. Their expert team provides fast professional service. Somebody get Paul Davis on the phone. Kenny Dillingham needs them. What a disaster for Arizona State, but what a moment for Mississippi State. And, of course, Stone's Jewelers. Buddy, if ever you needed to go get your lovely wife something special, Stone's Jewelers is the place to do it in Tupelo, 709 West Main Street. 1976. Almost as old as me. Y'all, I may have a heart attack and die on this show. I'm too old for this. Let me get a little something going here. Unbelievable. Stingray, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. All right, let's try and work through this. You see him back there. Justin, you're correct. 3 years ago, this game would have ended me. If I had not lost the weight, I would be dead as we speak. All right. Let's try and get our bearings a little bit and talk about this game. What a game it was for Mississippi State. A game that saw them take an early lead, look like they were in complete control, only to give it completely away in the second half. And when it looked like it was the darkest, after Arizona State puts together a 10-minute drive to take a 3-point lead, Blake Shapen, who did not play great tonight, but he found a moment of magic. And Brennan Thompson, who told me at SEC Media Days, I am the fastest man in college football, showed you there a 58-yard touchdown pass to win it for Mississippi State. The fans are on the field. The goalposts are down. I can't remember ever seeing a scene like I've been here for a number of times that the goalposts were brought down, the fans on the field, but the fans tonight, you can feel the energy, you can feel the excitement. It was evident from the moment before the game even started. Being in here, I've been at this stadium so many times and heard the stadium, and I know what a loud Davis Wade Stadium looks like, and it was loud before the stadium was even half full. And it stayed loud, and it stayed loud. And give yourselves a pat on the back if you're a Mississippi State fan tonight. If you were at this game, you made a difference. You rattled Sam Leavitt a lot in the first half. Give Arizona State a ton of credit. They could have easily laid down, but they came all the way back. They played really well. But in the end, Mississippi State just found its way. An unbelievable ending. We'll be talking about this one forever. We'll be talking about this. Our children will be hearing about this game. Our grandchildren will be hearing about this game. Unbelievable. They're still coming onto the field. People are still coming out of the stands. They just announced the score. My God. This show is going to be an absolute train wreck. I got no way I can do a normal postgame show after what I've just seen. Great news. Robbie Falk and I decided prior to the game that if State won tonight, we would record tonight. So you're going to get a Thunder and Lightning in a couple of hours. Maybe I'll be more coherent by then. I don't know that for a fact. let's talk about what happened in this game. 17-0 was the score. And then one of those things happens that you look at and you think, okay, maybe that's going to – see, Hunter. Maybe that's going to be one of those moments that you come back and look at. And that was on a fourth down, into the first half, incomplete pass, going to go to the locker room, but you get a roughing the passer penalty called, gives Arizona State an untimed down, and in doing so they kick a 50-plus yard field goal. That gave them some momentum and some life that they didn't have going into the locker room prior to that. In the second half, they came out, and it looked like last year. Only thing missing was Cam Scattaboo. They put up 17 unanswered points in the second half. They rushed for 251 yards in this game. Another massive running game for the Sun Devils. Mississippi State unable to run the ball in this game. Only 30 rush plays for the Bulldogs. 12 of them are shaping, so not designed runs. Only 17 total carries for Booth and Bothwell. And you can bet your bottom dollar that was going to be a big point of contention for me. If State had lost this game, that was going to be something I really hammered home, that they did not put the ball into the hands of Booth and Bothwell. Shapen on the night finishes 19 of 33, 279 yards, 3 touchdowns. All 3 touchdowns were big plays. A 48-yard touchdown pass to Anthony Evans, and then the 2 to Thompson, 47 yards, and a 58-yarder with 30 seconds to go. I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what to say. Been running around like a chicken with my head cut off for the last 20 minutes. Blanchard 63 with a really good point. And, Arizona State busts a long run down to about the 3-yard line. And even me, I'm thinking, maybe should have let them score there. Maybe should have let them go into the end zone. State's defense stands up, gets a goal line stand, forces the field goal. That's the difference in the game. That's a great point. Great point there that you don't really think about. That game was totally MSU except for the final result. I look forward to the Crystal Methods, how MSU was that, because, buddy, it was not. It was Bill Reno, it was the least Mississippi State ending ever. Ever. We'll be talking about this game forever. Just unbelievable. I cannot imagine. I have no idea how many texts are on my phone. I would estimate, well, shall we set an over-under at 65.5? Let's do it. 65.5 is our over-under. Oh, we're under. It's only 37. I got some good ones, though. They're still on the field. They're still ringing cowbells here. I wish I could. Let's see, can I turn this around here? Let's turn it around, boys. What do you think? I don't know how well you can see that, but oh, my goodness. From the first drive of the second half, you could tell how this game was going. You could tell that Mississippi State had kind of let things get away from themselves, and in doing so had given the momentum to Arizona State. Where did they take the goalpost? I have no idea, brother. It's out in the junction somewhere. Look for it in the Tom Bigby River. I have no idea where it is. Arizona State was dominating the second half. And State didn't really dominate the first half except on the scoreboard. They had opportunities to make this a 24-point lead, a 27-point lead. What you got for me? Yeah, that's true. My buddy Daniel Black and I, come on in here for a second. We were doing a little research at the half. Are we correct?
I believe
All
so.
right. State's last ranked top 15 ranked non-conference win since 1990. They can't hear you. 1991, Texas is the last time Mississippi State beat a top 15 non-conference opponent. Especially here at Davis Wade Stadium. There's Danny P. We're all running around. The man, the goat. We are all running around up here like a bunch of chickens with our heads cut off. I wish Joel Coleman was here. I'd like to give him a hug. The frat houses are going to be bumping tonight. I wish this old man was young enough to go jump into one. The atmosphere tonight, I see some of you guys making some comments, as loud as I've ever heard the cowbells. I've heard the stadium itself louder at times in certain moments, but from start to finish, the cowbells, there was no ringing responsibly tonight. I'll be the first one to tell you that. If State gets fined for it, so be it. You don't really care. They were absolutely great tonight. All right, let's do a little bit more recap. That's brought to you by the good folks over at Paul Davis Restoration. Golden Triangle, Tupelo, Mississippi. I think they're trying to get the fans off the field. Get Paul Davis in here. They'll run them out of here. Their expert team provides fast, professional service to restore your home or business to its original condition. They don't stop at just restoration. They offer product improvement services to make your space better than ever. Paul Davis Restoration, because your recovery and property improvements are their priorities. Call them at 662-769-7285. Let them bring your property back to life the way Mississippi State football was brought back to life tonight. This stadium was dead. It was over. People were ready to go, and then it happened. That, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, right? Greatest plays, and we have to see how the season plays out, right? We got to see how it goes. See, Danny? We got to see where Mississippi State goes from here. But that play is up there with the fumble recovery against 80 Alabama. Dak's run against LSU. Westerfield's, the interception, all that. It goes in the pantheon of the greatest plays in the history of Mississippi State. That happened tonight. You were here to witness it as the field is finally starting to disperse a little bit. I got some good pictures and videos. I'm very excited about that. Daniel Young, this team is unrecognizable from last year. Defensively, I have to agree with you. Offensively, they got a lot to work out. But defensively, I mean, only 333 yards. Sam Levitt against Mississippi State has not been great passing the ball, but it's definitely been a lot of being able to run the football here. But even then, I thought the defense played well tonight. They forced a turnover. They got pressure. I thought the loss of Will Whitson was big for Mississippi State. Him going down in the first half was a tough one. And you want in on the show? What are we doing back there? Hey, look at this guy. I'm working here. Yeah, Will Whitson going down was a tough one for Mississippi State. But they overcame that. Calvin Dinkins with a couple of big plays. Trevion Williams played well. I thought it was all really good on the defense. They just wore out in the second half because State's offense could not sustain drives, could not get anything done. And let's not take anything away. Arizona State is a pretty good team. I don't know that they're going to be a playoff team again this year. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but they're a pretty good team. And so State getting this win, that goal line stand, I'm going to come back to that again. Maybe one of the most underrated sequences we'll talk about. My old buddy Taylor Rayburn. I've watched us lose that game 100 times. I'm in disbelief. You're not alone. You are not alone in that one, friend. I still can't get over it. Just an unbelievable situation. Gil Manklin, glad I bought tickets to Tennessee game this week. Yeah, those tickets are going to go up. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm not gonna just sit here. Alcorn, sure, no problem, whatever. We're gonna see what happens with Northern Illinois. We're not gonna take anything for granted. But State should be 4-0 when they play Tennessee. And what did I say? What was my prediction? That if Mississippi State was 4-0, they would be 5-0. Joseph Ladner, 1 week at a time. Jeff Levy would tell us that. He would say, hey, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. That's all you want to be. Can't sleepwalk through the next two games. You can't. You could sleepwalk through Alcorn. Alcorn's not any good. You're going to beat Alcorn. But Northern Illinois, good point by Andy Aldi. State now 1-0 with LED lights. Where were these years ago? Everybody was like, we should focus on winning games. Well, we're 1-0. 1-0 with the lights on. What are you talking about? That wins games, obviously. Taking a sip of this. Whew. I'll be surprised if my voice lasts the night. Brooks Roberts, I'm buying lunch for the Northern Illinois game. Wherever you want to go. Wherever you want to go, brother. How was the LED show at halftime? They didn't do an LED show at halftime, did they? They did the band. So, I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all. I feel like we're just hanging out at this point. We're just sitting at the bar. I don't have a beer, though. I got this. Biggest win in an alternate jersey, Kurt Kennard. What a great question. It's got to be, right? It's got to be, without thinking. 7-2 in the black jerseys. Is that right? I know they lost to LSU, and they lost to Alabama the first 2 times they won them. Are you saying they haven't lost in black jerseys since then? Which probably makes a lot of sense, right? Because they stopped wearing them against Alabama and LSU. There you go. I thought the black jerseys, the uniforms looked crisp. Very nice. Very nice. Do we know the status on Will Whitson? We do not. My guess is if you're following Robbie Falk on Twitter, he'll ask Jeff Levy about that, and we'll get an answer hopefully before we talk to him again on Monday. All right, let me do my Stone's Jewelers Diamond of the Game. Since 1976, Stone's Jewelers has been the trusted name for exquisite, one-of-a-kind pieces. Whether it's a stunning engagement ring, a timeless watch, or a custom-designed necklace, their expert jewelers will help you find something as unique as the person you're celebrating. Stop by and see their beautiful collection at 709 West Main Street. That's Stone's Jewelry, downtown Tupelo. You will find the perfect piece to make any moment special. When you think of jewelry, think of Stone's. I know the lovely ladies that run Stone's, great bulldogs. If you are looking for a piece of jewelry, you've got to go see them at Stone's in Tupelo. It's got to be Brennan Thompson, right? 6 catches, 133 yards. What's the math on that? That's what, 20, 21, 22 yards per catch, if I'm right, and 2 touchdowns, both of which were spectacular. But he has written his name into Mississippi State lore with that touchdown catch. An unbelievable touchdown catch. Bear Aspirin should be a sponsor for this. Bear Aspirin and Tito's. Oh, my goodness gracious. Yeah, Brennan Thompson, he's off to a fantastic start. We talked about who's going to be that leading receiver this year. Anthony Evans actually the leading receiver tonight. He had 9 catches. So I think he's ahead of Thompson now. I could be wrong. I gotta go check the stacks. I'll worry about it later. Don't know anybody well, actually, me. But it looks like Mississippi State might have 2 receivers kind of working together there. When you think about, last year it was all Coleman. This is different. This is a different situation. What did Traore do tonight? I don't even know. He didn't have a catch. Wow, that's surprising. Evans with 9, Thompson with 6, then nobody else with more than 1. Aiden Williams, 1 catch, 12 yards. Ricky Johnson, 1 catch, 12 yards. Devon Booth and Fluff Bothwell, only 2 catches combined. Guys, and we talked to Chapin on Monday, and he talked about taking the check down. He did not take the check down tonight, and it was open. And I'm sure that's something that he'll work on and talk about when we see him later next week. We got a Deus Vult here. Good Lord. We're not Crusaders up in here. The Cotton District is going to bump tonight. I'm too old for that, but good luck to those youngsters out there. What an unbelievable. The field is finally starting to get clear. There's nobody. We're all with the 40-yard line down now. They're working it all out. That's a fine. Zach Selman will be very happy with. Program-changing win, says X-Cowbell X1. Let's pump the brakes just a touch. It's a big win. It's a big momentum win. But you gotta keep going here, all right? We don't want to look back in November and be, State's 5-7. And you're like, well, they had that one win. Gotta have a little more. Need to get these next 2, and then Tennessee's going to come in here, and we'll see what happens. I need BFW and Tommy with an all-time epic reaction. Rob Chittum, is that on Twitter? Can I find that on Twitter? Brandon actually called me while all of this was going on, and I was like, I couldn't hear a thing. There was cowbells and everything else going on. I think I can finally start talking in my normal tone of voice again. It feels like we can get there. Tag me on Twitter. It's Drew Keisman. Thank you. Thank you very much. I want to see that. My tweets are going up here. I don't know how many I have, though. And I haven't even checked anything else. I have no idea what's going on Facebook Messenger. 46 tweets. I have a missed call. Who called me? Brandon Walker tried to call me back. Okay, well. B-Dubs. First, by the way, Great day for our buddy Brandon Walker. Live on Fox Sports, and told a Heisman Trophy winner from the University of Alabama to his face that their program was dead. That's an all-time moment. And the guy agreed with him. Mark Ingram agreed with him. I thought that was the problem, by the way. I thought, hey, Brandon, that was the highlight of your day. You know, you don't get to have a better highlight than being on national television, sitting next to Urban Meyer, telling Mark Ingram the truth about Alabama football. Stream what phone call? What is going on here? I don't know. You got to get a bowl for this win to be of any real significance. David, I agree with you. We need to look back at 6-6 or better and say this is where it started. You got to let and that's what happened last year for Arizona State. I'm not saying State's going to make a run to the college football playoff. I can't call him on this, guys. I'll call him back. I will call him back. I don't think I can call him on this. Let's see. I'll try. I'll put the phone up to the thing. If it doesn't work, it's on you. All right, we'll put on speaker. See if I can hear him. I doubt I can. Might be profanity. Your viewer discretion is advised. Nah, he's not answering. He's not answering. Nah. It was worth a try. It was worth a try. He's live right now. Okay, yeah, he can't do anything. What's Brandon's number? What? Get over yourselves. Just an unbelievable ending to that football game. One of the great endings. You know, if you're the unbiased observer, of which I know hardly any of us are here in this chat, you witnessed one of the things that makes college football special. A moment like that at the end. Unbelievable game. Unbelievable finish. I'm going to go grab some dinner. I'm going to make my way to the SuperTalk studios, and I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait on Robbie Falk. He'll probably be a little late. Now, I'll just go ahead and give you guys a heads up. A little heads up. Robbie got press conferences, got to talk to his the players. He's got to write. It's probably going to be midnight-ish or so before Martin Smith, the announcer unbiased. Brock Osweiler went to Arizona State. I can't believe they assigned him to this game. Anyway, when Robbie gets done, we will record, and we're going to get that done tonight. Should be an incredible Thunder and Lightning. I don't know if it can match the energy we've had today. And the energy here in this show is you guys. All right? I appreciate all of you. Almost 500 of you crazy sons of guns in here with me. And we will be doing this again next week after the Alcorn game. Chris says Sunday morning pod. Buddy, it's going to be early Sunday morning. It's going to be up around probably 1 a.m. if I had to guess. We'll get that done. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll be back with you very, very soon. Should be a fun week on Sports Talk Mississippi as well. Later, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. It's been Thunder and Lightning Live, Postgame Live, presented by Paul Davis Restoration and Stone's Jewelers. Be talking to you guys later.